So I figured I would show you the state of my garden and all things that have to do with my gardens and my seeds. Now for my seeds, things have not been going very well for them. Let me show you. These right here are the pepper plants that I planted with you guys, and most of them have died because it has just been so hot. You can kind of see here. I do have a couple that are still holding on, and then a lot of these also got nipped by, I believe, a mouse. So I did reseed these, but nothing is happening yet. And then these are the tomatoes that I believe we started together as well. And well, as you can see, a lot of these got nipped also. So there's these ones here and these ones here. And then I have some beans and some more tomatoes here and some pumpkins and squashes and things like that there. And then of course my pepper snail roll. These two things here are tomatoes, and these were an experiment that I did. These were both 3D printed. Now, this looks horrible because after I started noticing that my little seed sprouts were getting nipped off, I had the bright idea to protect them by putting them inside this here that was hanging from up there. And so I put that black tray. Well, I actually put all of these in there. I put this in there, and this black tray in there. And I came back in here the same day just to kind of see, because I knew that there was a chance that it would fall, and it fell. And it was smashed on the ground like that. So a lot of the seeds in that black tray kind of got tossed around. Some of them broke. So I've been having a lot of trouble with my seed starting. So I also have started some more seeds here. And because I really liked the way that the snail roll seed starting was going for the peppers, I decided to do a whole lot more. Each one of these rolls is holding a different type of seed. Like a lot of these are flowers, a lot of these are more peppers, and there are quite a lot of seeds in each one of these. So based on the look alone, you can see how much of a space saver doing this is. So I'm hoping that that works really well, and I will start moving forward with that way of seed starting. Fingers crossed. So here I have my overwintered peppers. 2 of them are 2 years old and the rest of them are 1 year old. This is a 2-year-old plant, and I believe this one back here is a 2-year-old plant, and the rest of these, this is going on their 2nd year, so they're 1 year old. So moving from that part of the greenhouse around to my garden. Now my garden is a mess. But I have a snow pea here. A lot of this stuff here is empty. There's a lot of trash lying around. I do come through every now and then, and I will just start pulling weeds. Now I do have this plastic mat down, which does a pretty good job for the most part of keeping the weeds out. So I will just come through and just randomly pick the weeds as I need to, because it's pretty easy to do like this. It does grow through anywhere in the mat, but it's just easy to pull them out. And so I just pull them out and I just leave them where I pull them, and you can see that they just kind of die there. So I do need to get in here with some sort of a broom or something, clean up some of this other stuff. A lot of these beds are empty and just have weeds in them. These are Brussels sprouts. I don't think they're gonna do anything. They are growing little baby Brussels sprouts right there, but I think it's gonna be too hot for them to do much of anything. And then in this bed I have a random, I don't even know what this is because I didn't plant it there. It's some sort of broccoli, I think. but that's there. And some more random things. Lovely beet here that I probably can pull and eat. I need to get rid of all of this back here. Now I just let this go to seed because the bees like it and it's really not doing any harm right now. So, but all of this back bed needs to come out. This right here needs to come out. And then I have all of my onions here in various stages, of course. This is the bane of my existence here. I need to definitely get in here and clean this out, but I don't want to because the asparagus roots are so big and go so deep that it's kind of just a pain, but I need to do that. So over here I have more onions, and then all of this right here is garlic back here, which hopefully I will be pulling this out before too long. Just a strawberry tower, and then of course a bunch of carrots. Let's pull one here. Now they're short because I did plant a shorter variety, but also my bed is not very long. And then this row is empty. So now I'm going to head over to my other garden area. Oops. Which is where I have my potatoes and where I transplanted my asparagus to. The other day I was out here and I actually found a rosy boa where I want to put my bees. Woo! Okay, so I just found the most amazing snake. Check out this beautiful rosy boa. What a cool find. Wow, you don't see these very often anymore. So cool. I'm gonna go show my husband and I'll be right back. And that's a really cool find because rosy boas, you don't really see them very often anymore. So I thought that was quite a lucky thing to find. All right. And this is my other garden area. Here I have 3 of these large beds here. These are potatoes in here. And then here are the asparagus that I transplanted over here. And then these. And then here are some more potatoes. Now I have caught a squirrel in here, and even though these have not produced flowers, I think that it might be time to come in here and, oh, look at that. Woo, look at that beauty right there. I think it might be time to come in here and start seeing what kind of potato yield I will have, because they are all just dying back. This is a nasturtium, this is another potato that's dead, and then another potato that's dying. All right, so I've been toying back and forth on when I was going to actually empty out this potato bed, and by the looks of what's going on in here, I think the time has come. Not only are all of the greens dead in here, but it is going to be raining next week. This weather is insane, and I don't want the potatoes that are in here to get wet. So this is what we're looking like here, looking pretty dead, pretty bad, all of this. I will be getting rid of everything in this bed. Even these nasturtiums, they are going to be going as well because they are not needed. And of course, without the nasturtiums, this is sort of what I'm left with. Is not much. So that is why I'm going to get in here and remove these potatoes. And I'm sure these had lots more growing to do, but that right there I believe is the seed potato right here. But with just the way that these things are looking, and then I've caught squirrels in here, it's just not really worth it for me to keep watering this because I think it's pretty much done. And I'm going to be careful when I'm doing this because I don't want to damage any of these lovely potatoes. And I'm going to just kind of put them and stack them in piles by sort of size. Like that's a decent sized potato right there. All right, I'm gonna just speed through this real quick and see what kind of potatoes we get. Now I did have, I believe I cut 3 or 4 potatoes in half and planted them in here. So I'm gonna do my best to try and find all of the potatoes. I don't think they went down very deep though. All right, so this is what I got here. Is it a lot? No. Did it make my heart happy to grow potatoes? Yes. Is it more than I got last year? Yes. Did I grow a lot of seeds in here? No. I did only find the 1 seed potato, so I'm sure the other seed potatoes are still pretty deep down in there, and I may be missing a bunch of potatoes that are in this bed, which they will probably just end up sprouting next year. But I am pretty pleased with this. I still have this bed behind me right here that is still growing potatoes. I just think that the squirrels got in here and started eating the leaves, which just killed them. It was not ready to be harvested, but I did what I had to do. So I still have those ones over there that are growing, and I will probably get a lot more potatoes from over there when they are ready to harvest. But yeah, I can honestly say not bad. I'm very pleased. This is, I think, my biggest potato that I got. And then there's a couple of these little fingerling potatoes that will be perfect just to cut in half and throw in a roast or something. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, checking out my garden, digging up some potatoes with me, getting your hands dirty, and I will see you next time. Bye.